Hello Internet, my name is the Golden Stalfos, and today I want to talk a little bit more about Demon Souls and some housekeeping stuff. So, housekeeping stuff, I got a new job recently. Hallelujah, finally able to afford life. Um, but working full-time and making one new video per day is maybe not too feasible. So, I'm gonna scale back production to 3 videos a week. And unfortunately, that won't lead to an increase in production quality either. Sorry. I can't really do anything about it. Um, 2, the reason I want to talk about Demon Souls is because the PS3 emulator has gotten significantly better, and there are some really good resources out there for properly emulating the game now. And I'll put some links below to how I did it, but you might need to play with the settings depending on your machine and stuff. Obviously, I'm not endorsing piracy because I'd get in legal trouble for that. But, if you have your own Blu-ray disc and you want to make a backup copy and, use it to play the game in 60 FPS instead of the standard 30, you can do that, and it will work fairly well. On a related note, unbeknownst to me, a private team of very dedicated people has been maintaining a private server for the last couple of years, and it's finally feature complete. Supposedly. It says it's feature complete, and new stuff will be added eventually, whatever that means. But when me and my friends tried it recently, we weren't able to connect for co-op, at all. It's possible that was because we were all in the same room using the same internet, but that shouldn't be an issue. LAN parties have always been a thing, and the PS3 has never had a problem with that. And while we were trying to connect for summons, we all got invaded several times. So, yeah. Also, there's no level cap for matchmaking, which is partially good because no one is on the server. So, if you want to get matched up at all, that's essential. But also partially not that good because, you can be level 10 just entering Stonefang Tunnel for the first time, trying to co-op with your friends, and then some douchebag with max level gear comes in and one-shots you with a Shriving Spear. Because it is Demon Souls still. So, hard to say where the balance should be on that, but as long as the game is still languishing in obscurity, it's probably best to leave the matchmaking wide open. The server does work with original PlayStation systems and the emulator, and there's some really helpful information on how to use it on their page. It's called the Archstones. Again, it'll be linked in the description. Between all of these things, I'm able to collect much better Demon Souls footage. The reason my footage looked so terrible before is because it was being recorded from an earlier, wonkier version of the emulator. And also because, I can't record it off of my PS3 because for whatever reason, the PS3 only sends encrypted HDMI signals, although I don't know what they mean by that because every TV in the world can clearly display them, so they can't be that encrypted. And my Elgato capture device will only read unencrypted HDMI signals. So, sucks to be me. But I was able to get it working on console so that I can properly show you guys what the game looks like whenever I need to make a video like this. By the way, the remake is getting ever closer. It looks even better than before. They fixed some of the atmosphere issues. Frame Lurker has his face back. The fluted armor is fluted again. All is right with the world. Although, as I mentioned in a previous video, the gameplay trailer does not look like real gameplay. I mean, everything dies in one hit and there's no HUD. So like we have no idea what the health bar or any of the UI stuff is going to look like. I have no idea how or if they've retooled the menus. No idea what the weapon and item icons are going to look like, whether or not they're going to keep the really weird icons for all of your stats. I honestly, like, it's flavorful, but I hate it. Like, I hate the little icons that they use instead of just saying attack or you know, strength and dex and whatnot. So, yeah. I'm pessimistically optimistic. How about that? But even with that, the private server is going to remain up and active for the foreseeable future. You know, and we're doing, well, you know, the community as a whole has kind of been doing this thing every year where they go back to Bolletariat. And it starts on October 4th. And, you know, since there's a private server and an easy way to emulate if you need to, you know, maybe your PS3 broke or whatever. Again, not advocating piracy, but it's certainly not difficult to do if you know where to look. Then please join the servers. Let's all go back to Bolletariat together and have some good runs and do some cool shit. I'm going to be streaming it. My runs, at least. That should be fun. I've never really experienced true Demon Souls PvP. I've never got to face Old Monk PvP before. I definitely want to try that. It sounds like hell, honestly. You know, I'm really looking forward to it. So I want as many people as possible to go back to Bolletariat, you know? And honestly, this is the perfect time, right? October 4th is when it starts. And we don't get the new game until November 12th, right? So you've got an entire month to play through the game a couple of times with your friends or just other people in the community. You know, start up the message boards, make it big, make it known, and we can all play the game together and do fun stuff, just like back in the old days that I didn't get to experience because I didn't have this game back in the old days. You know, I have it now, but now there is no regular server and no player base. I mean, there's a few people. Like, we were only troubleshooting for a few hours, and it was at like 1 a.m. But we still got invaded by like 4 different people, and there's tons of messages around. Oh, and by the way, on the Archstone page, it has server diagnostic tools that let you see how many people are in the server and where they are. And the emulated version of the server is all regions. The PlayStation version is region locked, fortunately. And unfortunately, those two don't interact with each other because in order to use the PlayStation 1, you need an actual PlayStation network and stuff. Whereas in the emulator, they just kind of fudge it for the sake of the server. But anyway, yeah. It'll be a fun time. Everyone should come out and play. And you can see all of the strengths and weaknesses of the original game before you play the remake and get a good handle on, you know, how they stack up. I especially recommend it to any big streamers or content creators who are looking forward to playing the new game, because then you can do a whole comparison video and stuff, which I was already gonna do because I've played the game, but you know, I've played the original and I'm definitely playing the remake and streaming it as soon as I can. Although I wasn't able to get a pre-order right off the bat, so who knows when I'll be able to buy a system. I'm gonna try and see if there are any in-store sales day of, but good luck with that. But yeah, for everyone else, play the OG and have fun with it, and do see if you can do some co-op, leave some signs, see if you can invade. That's fun. Just have fun with the game the way it was meant to be, because it's been a while. And leave messages. Oh, and also, if you are using the Archstones server, you can select your world tendency or stick to the overall world tendency. And yeah, both of those are like really good options to have, because like the overall is just defaulted to pure white because all the people who play the game on it are good, veterans. And and everything else, you get to select. So if you need pure black for some reason, maybe you're looking for that elusive pure bladestone, then you can do that. And honestly, I just really love this game, and I want more people to experience it, especially in the lead up to the remake's release. I want to see a lot of people talking about how it really stacks up, and and I want to generate a lot of discussion around this game because it's worth it and it's good and it deserves that level of discussion. So yeah, that's basically the video for now, I guess. I just kind of wanted to mention that Demon Souls is playable in a way that I didn't think it was. And you can enjoy it with your friends or strangers or just, people on Reddit who, whatever. And seriously, if you have any clout on like Reddit or Twitter or whatever, just spam the whole back to Bolletariat thing so that people will know about it and get into it. And maybe share this video so that people can have easy access to the links that will help them set up their systems. Sorry that this video is a lot shorter and not at all analytical like most of my other stuff, but I think it's worth talking about. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next life. Laters. Hey, Internet. Umbasa. A little bit of an addendum before I go into the end card. I recorded the footage after I recorded my audio, and in that intervening time, the emulator updated, and something about the updates and my settings didn't collide well, and so I got a bunch of visual issues that weren't there originally. Probably if I adjust my settings some more, those will go away, or if I, update in another 3 days, they'll go away. Who knows? But yeah, that's unfortunate. Also, I was able to get multiplayer, as you saw, with a stranger. Unfortunately, he perished right before I made an absolute fool of myself and died to that one enemy. That is a dangerous enemy, but I've never died to it before, so I feel like a little bit of shame for doing that on camera. It's fine. I wasn't really set up to kill Adjudicator anyway, because I didn't bring Flame Spell with me. I wasn't really going to go through the level. I just saw a summon sign, and I was like, oh! let's see if it works. And it did. And it was fun. And, gestures work, messages work. Uh, you can see the whole thing works. You've got summons and ghosts and everything. I didn't get invaded during the footage I gathered, but I have been invaded before, so it does work. And it's really great. I highly recommend. Also, I would request of the people at Archstone, add more messages. I don't know if you can or not, but I know that messages go through the server, and I know that you use messages to do certain things with the server, including setting world tendency locally. So, like, surely if you can do that, then you can also, make the game, like, have other messages that aren't in the default setup. Like, there's no meme messages. There's no good luck skeleton or Umbasa or, any of that. It's sad. And honestly, I think if we could meme, we'd have a lot more fun with it. let's be honest here. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to say that the footage here wasn't representative of my original experience when I was trying to play it with my friends. But then again, neither was being able to summon, so give and take, I guess. Your mileage may vary. And of course, if you start playing 5 days from now, it may be a whole different emulator. They're updating like constantly, and it's technically an alpha build at the moment, so like I'm sure they appreciate feedback and stuff if it's useful feedback. Don't just spam messages about nonsense. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to add is just it's here. Play it, please. It works. If you have the PS3, play it on console. You can get into the server through your console with like just like that. Please play it. It's so worth your time. Let's go back to Boletariat this October and really just enjoy the hell out of it before the remake comes along. Yeah, that's all. Thanks. Okay, end card time. I'm supposed to tell you to like, comment, subscribe, all that stupid YouTube shit. There's a bell thingy, whatever. I have all the social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Mostly I use Facebook and Twitter to tell you about my Twitch and YouTube uploads. I've got a Patreon, but Patreon is one of those things where people who can afford to throw away money give money to people who can't. And so if you can't afford to throw away money, then you shouldn't be doing that. And if you can afford to throw away money, consider charities. There's a pandemic, there's global warming, there's millions of people in the world who don't have toilets, which is just awful. So I've linked a few charities in the description down below in case you're interested in that. And if you can't donate money to a charity, consider donating some of your time, because that's also very useful. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.